I have a special guest joining me today on Primetime Local News. Tanya Kendall is here. Tanya is the Senior Manager of Clinical Operations for CASA Mental Health. Tanya, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we have a special project that we're going to be talking about today, but the first thing I want to ask is, what exactly is CASA?
So CASA Mental Health is a nonprofit organization, and we serve children aged 3 to 18 and their families. And we have been delivering care in the Edmonton area since 1988. Throughout the last 40 years or so, we, of course, have expanded from just Edmonton to provide service for Northern Alberta and Central Alberta. And then in the last year or so, we are expanding provincially through our delivery of CASA classrooms and expansion of our CASA house and day program throughout the province.
So there is a CASA classroom at HE Bourgogne School, and that's what we wanted to talk a little about today. So can you tell me, what is a CASA classroom? What does that mean, and how is it different from a regular classroom?
Absolutely. So if you can think of a world where we have mental health services that show up where kids already are, there's no need for caregivers to schedule an appointment and take time off work. And that support is where the families need it, built right into their lives. That's essentially the premise of the CASA classroom. So we were really very much about bringing that feeling and that service to where kids are at in the community. We know since COVID, we know it's always been there, but really since COVID, it's come up into our faces that there's this need for mental health supports for kids. Just beyond, they might have gone to see their family doctor, they might have gone to see a community therapist, but they need that little bit of extra support. But they don't need to go to the emergency department, and they don't need to be admitted into an acute care facility to deal with their mental health. They just need that little bit extra, what we have termed the missing middle. So they've gone to their family doctor, got that support, and they just need that little bit more. They're still struggling at home with their peers, maybe at school. And that's where we're able to come in there and provide mental health comprehensive support right in their classroom, in their school division.
Have you had quite a bit of support for this classroom at HE Bourgogne School?
Absolutely. Northern Lights School Division has been a wonderful partner so far. They are very innovative and recognize the need for mental health services. So once there's this opportunity through CASA and the government of Alberta to partner, they were on board pretty quick. So they provided us with a classroom in a school, and they provided us with a teacher who is interested and experienced in mental health supports for kids in a learning environment. And then we've been able to partner and provide our classroom team who works right in the school, as well as our support team that works around the team here right in Bonnyville.
So how do the students get into this classroom? Is it like an application process, or do teachers recommend them, or how does it work to get the students into this program?
So to get into the program, students need to have had some mental health intervention previously. So as I mentioned, through your family doctor, a community therapist, in places we've identified a gap, right? We know that sometimes there's not family doctors and an ability to access private community therapy. Some schools have been really fantastic with their learning supports teams being able to provide some interventions and identify that some of these kids need a bit of extra support. So they're able to be identified. We have a very simple process. There's just a referral. So obviously the parents need to be engaged and aware, and they do a form, and the school does a form. And if they do have a family doctor or a community therapist, there's a portion for them to fill out as well. And then essentially we come together and we do what's called a needs assessment to essentially see what services the child has already had and what services we can provide in that classroom setting. And then we really look at it from the mixed perspective. So the children have to be capable of participating and understanding concepts. They do a mix of academic and group and individual therapy. We really concentrate on some social emotional learning. so that these kids can be successful when they go back to their regular school program. And then throughout all that, our goal is that successful transition. So as soon as they start, we work really closely with their home classroom, a home teacher, homeschool, to really build that transition. So they might have connection visits. They might do Terry Fox Run, for instance, with their home classroom. If there's like Christmas concerts, we really, really want that engagement, because at the end of the day, this is a very small focused classroom, but they're going back to a much larger classroom in a regular school. So how can we help them be successful?
So if people are looking for more information on this program or are interested in possibly having this, in their school, because it is such a, obviously such a need. Every time you see in people talking on social media, it's how can we help kids? There seems to be this gap, and this is just such a great program, Tanya. So if people are looking for more information, whether it be to get their kids involved or to have it brought to their school, where is the best place they can go to find this information or to get in touch with CASA?
So they can go to our website, casamentalhealth.org. And on there, if they go to programs, they'll find CASA classrooms. And all the information is on the website about how to contact us if you're a school division, if you want to partner, as well as more information for parents. There's the handbook on there that just gives a really great understanding breakdown of what a school looks like from elementary. So we serve grades 4 through 12. And generally how that works for each group of grade levels. So junior, high school, and elementary school.
Well, Tanya, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And let's chat again in the future and get an update on how this program is going, because it's just an amazing program and what a great opportunity for kids that need the help. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.